Hello, Leo. Welcome to your June soul session. I'm Princess India. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And what's not always have a okay. It's the same thing that happened with Aries. That's so strange. Two cards came out at the same time. So what we're going to be doing is looking at an overall energy as well as a challenge, and then we're going to be getting into a more specific spread. So let me take my AirPod out and see what is going on with you guys for the month of June, Leo. I hope you've been fine. Our overall energy, we have the King of Cuppies. This is challenged by... Interesting. The Page of Pentacles and the reverse. So what is looking like for me, Leo, for you all in the month of June? You guys are kind of... I'm going to have to clarify that. You guys are kind of in... because I just heard something else. You guys are kind of in a headspace where... Do I want to say you're faking the funk? I'm going to say you're faking the funk. And not necessarily that you're being fake or anything, but there's a lot more going on underneath than you're letting other people on to believe. So it's more or less like deep down inside, you're feeling you're thinking about the past. Let's say that. It's a lot of thoughts about the past, about things that have transpired, things that may have gone awry, things you guys may have regrets about, things that you guys may be kind of rethinking or feeling any sense of shame about or anything of the sort. But I feel that those are things you're kind of keeping to yourself. You're not necessarily, and what I mean by you're not letting on is in the sense that you quite possibly, you're not really talking to anyone about it. And I don't know why I feel like I want to say that. Like the word shame is really heavy for me. So it could be something that you're feeling some sense of shame about, which I mean, that's a common occurrence. If ever it's something that we feel some sense of shame about, we have a tendency to kind of hide or hold things back or not share with anyone else. And that's more out of a fear, of judgment and things of the sort. But whatever this is specifically, I feel you guys are heavily grappling with this. But like I said, not letting on to let anyone know that that is the case. Now, when we come into our challenge being the Page of Pentacles, I feel that there was more or less a particular direction that you guys were intending to go in, or there's a particular way that you expected or desired for things to turn out a particular way. And I heavily feel this in the context of like investment, not necessarily in a financial sense, but there were some seeds that you guys wanted to plant moving forward. I feel like you had some sense of like a general sense or an idea of what it is that you guys wanted to germinate or build or go towards, invest in, what have you. But I feel now, because of whatever this is that got you guys into this emotional space, it's almost like a reluctance to invest in a sense, or a reluctance to pursue a particular pathway or thing, job, whatever it is that we're speaking about specifically. But I feel the thing that's important to highlight here is, all of this is happening inside of you. You know what I mean? So our perception, when we're subjective to a situation, our perception on the reality of that situation, which is why my best advice is check the facts. You know what I mean? Because the situation may not be as bad as you think. You know what I mean? Because I don't really think you guys are allowing yourself to see past this present moment with whatever this is. It's like it could feel a tad overwhelming. You know what I mean? Because it could feel overwhelming because it's kind of like being stuck. It's like you're thinking about everything that happened that led up to this point and not seeing anything forward. So it's not seeing how this could get better, how this could change, what options or opportunities that you guys may potentially have moving forward. And I mean, I don't know, this is interesting. The thing that comes to me specifically, which I mean, I guess you would know this by now. It's kind of like what this energy signature feels like to me, and not saying this is anyone's literal situation, but it feels like to me if you had like a dream college that you wanted to attend and you got all your ducks in a row, you applied, you waited for, the acceptance letter and you didn't get in, or if, you were studying for the bar or something and you went to go check your scores and you didn't pass the bar. It feels to me something like that. It's something that you would have put energy into. You had an expectation of how it was going to turn out. It didn't turn out the way that you hoped. And it's like feeling like a sense of shame because of this thing not particularly turning out the way that you hoped, and projecting to others on the exterior, like you're fine, in so many words. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this. But since court cards are literally stalking all of the readings, I just want to clarify this to be sure that this is not a water sign person. Can I clarify this King of Cuppies? Because that can completely change the whole narrative, y'all. Whoa. Oh, child. So we have the Thief card. Wow, yeah. For some of you guys, this could be a person. It would be a water sign person. That's a thief that robbed you, stole something from you. I don't know if you guys got scammed or something. Oh Lord, with that Page of Pentacles in the reverse, that's a whole nother yeah, child. That's why I said if this is the person, it's a whole nother narrative. So I mean, they feel bad. I can tell you that. So, okay, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, if that's relevant to you. But and then another thing I could say too, this may not be a literal theft that someone stole something from you, like money or stuff or things or whatever, but Leo could literally just feel robbed by this person. And something else I would tell you too, if this is a water sign person that you may have reserves about, like say if you feel a way, like how you have people in your life and you kind of feel like, I don't know what it is, it's just something about them that makes me feel kind of funny. I would watch that person because I dead ass feel. So like I said, for some of you, this is a person where this has already happened. For others of you, this would be a person that you need to watch out for, because they may potentially steal from you. But I feel if they stole from you, this would be literal. Like if we're speaking future tense, and this would only be for those of you who have a water sign person in your life. And I would even go as far as to say, even if it's not a water sign person, but if you have a person where they're kind of mysterious, they're, a man or woman of few words, you know what I'm saying? And you feel, like you can't quite put your finger on the person. You don't know too much about their past. They don't really talk too much about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the person from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it would probably be a person who's pretty new in your life. If you have reserves about this person, I would kind of watch it, because I literally feel they will steal from you. And other than that, they have ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the most difficult thing for you guys in the month of June, in Jesus Christ, if this person is trying to do business with you or something, anything like that, just watch that, because I feel you need to be careful where it is that like where you're investing with this person. And I say that in the context of literal money, time, energy, secrets, like stuff you don't want anyone to know, because with them it's some sort of ulterior motive with this person, and their ulterior motive is literally solely to benefit themselves. It's like they're here to get something from you, and it could be monetary, it could not, it could just be free work. You know what I'm saying? It could be, someone who's inquiring your business for services. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to end up stiffing you, like getting you to do the work and not paying you. You know what I'm saying? Is that kind of vibe. They have an ulterior motive that would solely benefit them. And that's something that y'all need to watch out for. So if you have any kind of inkling with someone that's in your life right now, where you feel a little ambivalent and you're like, I don't know. Or even if it's somebody that you're dating, you know what I'm saying? And when you go on dates with them, you're just feeling like, I don't know. And you're trying to tell yourself, like, oh, maybe I'm just scared because I haven't dated in a while. Now, like, literally, that is your gut trying to forewarn you, especially if you in human design are a generator. I've been saying that a lot this month. Like, pay attention to your mm-ms. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, getting into your more specific spread, your central energy representing you all for the month of June is the Seven of Cuppies in the reverse. Your past influence is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Your hidden influence, oh, child, is the Knight of Pentacles. Your potential outcome, child, is the Temperance in the reverse, Sagittarius energy. I am not a fan. And what to look out for moving forward, child, the Seven of Swords in the reverse. We're gonna go ahead and call it, Leo. This is a straight up warning on the real, for real, not for play. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, looking at this Ace of Wands in the reverse coming out of May into June with something with this particular person, there was a false start. I would even say this for those of you, like I was saying in the beginning, like with the whole, getting accepted to college type of thing, the energy signature I was speaking to with that. There's a false start. So if there's something that did not pan out the way that you hoped, the thing that I would say, I wouldn't necessarily say you dodged a bullet, but there's a reason for the false start, because there is the energy here for Leo to have a new beginning, but the new beginning is not supposed to be where it is you wanted it to be or where you thought it was supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? I would even say the same thing in reference to this being a particular person. I would say there's something that transpired in May, specifically the latter part of May. There's something that happened that I feel is like, well, I mean, literally, it's a warning, child, but how this would look, because, I'm very visual. So I always see the Ace of Wands like a torch. And when it's in the reverse, it's like someone taking a bucket of water and like the Olympic torch and going like, you know what I'm saying? So thinking of that as a feeling, this is like a feeling that you would have gotten. So it would be something this person did. It's something that they potentially said. It's something they did, maybe something that you witnessed. It could be something that they did to someone else that's not you, but it gave you the ick. I'll use my best friend's word. It gave you the ick, since that's the new hot thing in the streets right now. And that ick that you got, that was like a forewarning. You may not see it as that. You know what I'm saying? That may be something that you're trying to override, but there's a reason why you got that ick. So, like, proverbially speaking, it's kind of like you had a fire for this person. And I'm saying this not in a romantical way. It could be, but not saying that like you were passionate about them, but saying in the sense you were like, oh, this is a really nice person, or, oh, this is a really great opportunity. Oh, this person's super cool. But it's something that happened to where for a second, even if it was a split second, you were just like, ew, or like, I don't know about them, or something about that. You know what I mean? But that was in essence your forewarning. Now, the thing that's on your side, that's a beautiful thing, is, and I kind of feel like this is past lessons that you guys would have learned that are kind of culminating together. With the Seven of Cups in the reverse representing you guys, you were in your best position to make clear, informed decisions in the month of June, right? So I do feel this would come from like kind of past experience, or you having been here before. So that would mean that there's something about this person or this situation where you've been through this, probably, likely with another person, but you've been through a similar situation before. And the thing that would behoove you is kind of pulling insights or wisdom from similar experiences that you've been through. I would say that even more so for people where it's like a romantical kind of situation, and it's someone that you're dating and you're like, oh, maybe it's just because I've been single for too long. Really look at your track record and kind of bring that to the forefront. But again, I don't think that's going to be very difficult, because whatever it is that you guys, well, then again, are we coming up on y'all season? Yeah, we are coming up on Leo season. Well, I mean, that would be why then, huh? If you don't know, you've been watching me for some time, you know this already, and you just gonna hear it again. But for those of you who are new here, welcome to my new subscribers. Whenever we're coming into our birthday season, it's like we kind of have like a double portion of power in a sense. So we have the ability to like manifest and call things into our life or achieve things. It's like almost like an ethereal energy that's supporting you or whatever. You're in your highest power during your time. So I mean, I know y'all season ain't coming till July. You know, y'all got a good like solid month from the midpoint of June, but you picking up what I'm putting down. But you know, Cancer's got to get out the way first. But anywho, but that could have a lot to do with it, with you guys coming to like, you know, the tail end of you know, going through your 11th and your 12th house and whatnot in your chart. But whatever the case, it's like clarity is on your side, but I feel it's really going to take you guys. And that kind of reminds me, I don't remember what sign this was. It was one of the first couple. I don't know if it might have been Taurus, but I said something very similar for them, where the whole theme for all of the signs that I've come to realize doing the soul sessions this month is everyone is kind of like at this crossroads, but everyone has an opportunity for full transformation, but it's like, I don't know. It's almost like God is literally on everyone's side. Like God's grace is like on fleek. I know that's an old school term, is on fleek in the month of June. So it's kind of like you have your guide team, ancestors, all the things that are very much in your corner. You know what I'm saying? So with you guys, I feel like it's kind of both of those things, but you have clarity, but all of this, the theme that I'm seeing, it goes back to a free will type of thing. It's like you can choose whatever path you want, but it's like spirit isn't coming to rescue anyone, right? Like spirit isn't coming to save you. It's not going to be divine intervention. In order for you to navigate your way through it, it's like you kind of have to practically apply everything that you've learned up to this point. And like I'm saying, with you guys, you have a great deal of clarity that's on your side. Now, here's the thing. When we get into your hidden influence, with this being the Knight of Pentacles here, the vibe I get with this is, and please do not fight me, Leo, in some sense or another, the vibe I get with this is it's a desire, like the vibe I'm getting, bro, I don't even want to say it out loud because I'm just like, they're probably going to be Leos like roaring at the screen and stuff, trying to reach through the damn TV and your phone, trying to fight me. Please don't fight me. I'm sorry. But the thing I'm picking up on is like, someday my prince will come. You know what I'm saying? So there's some sort of like subconscious desire. Mind you, it's subconscious, so you're not conscious of it, but you know, your friend princess is helping you out. There's some sort of subconscious desire to like be saved or rescued or not have to do it all on your own. And I know that probably sounds so asinine, Leo. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you guys are leaders and all and like to, you know, lead the pack and whatnot. But I feel in some sense that's how you're presenting. And that kind of goes back to my first group of people, where all of this stuff is going on the inside, but you're not, you know, manifesting that on the outside. So you're kind of suffering in silence. It's like there is a secret desire for like to be rescued, to not have to do it all, to not have to be the one to figure it all out. You know what I mean? And I mean, you may tell yourself that you a lone ranger, you solo dolo, you don't need nobody help, don't ever ask nobody for help. You know, I did this by myself in jail, no pillowcase, you know, whatever your narrative is, you know what I'm saying? But there is a desire here for that. And why I say someday my prince will come is because, of course, with this being the Knight of Pentacles, we're speaking long term. So this is like a desire that one has had for an extended period of time and it hasn't shown up yet. Now, what I do feel is that Leo often falls for the okie doke. And you may ask yourself, why is it that I keep falling for this? And it's the lack thereof of awareness that this is something that you're desiring, right? And more often than not, this is not something that's just indicative to Leo. This is something that all human beings deal with. Trust me, I'm a therapist. I see it all day long. We could call it self-sabotage. It's the fact that we have hidden influences inside of us and desires for things that we do not want to recognize in ourselves because we may think that they're weak or, you know, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Us judging it. And we have a tendency to either project that onto other people. That's what we're doing 10 times out of 10 when we're not consciously aware of something. But that subconscious motivation also guides our behaviors. If we put this in the context of partner selection or even in friend selection, job selection, we keep finding ourselves in the same environments with the same kind of people that keep doing the same thing to us. And a lot of times we come to the point where we burn out and say, F all friends, F all dudes, F all chicks, because it seems like we're meeting the same person in a different body. Well, the root cause of that is those subconscious motivations, right? So if one subconscious motivation is to be rescued, even if consciously we're like, I'm a hustler, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? You could be telling yourself all of those things, right? And riding around and getting it. That was a song reference. I don't know what song it is. I just know riding around and I'm getting it. Okay, moving right along. But you could be riding around and getting it and all the things, but that subconscious impression is there. That's an energy signature. Energy is magnetic, so that's going to continuously draw that into you. Now, how you would fall for the okie doke is when someone shows up very much like this thief person that we have here. They're coming presenting a solution to your problem. Deep down inside, you don't really want to find the solution to your problem. I mean, you do, but you don't necessarily want to do all the work. It's wonderful if a person came and offered you a solution to said problem, right? So this person fits the perfect energy signature for that desire. But if we're not looking a little bit deeper, we can kind of get swept up into, wow, they're so cool. Wow, they're so successful. Wow, they're so attractive. Wow, they're so nice. You know what I mean? We can get caught up into that and end up falling into a cycle again. You feel what I'm saying? But again, going back to what we're saying with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, you have clarity on your side, right? Now, with this Temperance in the reverse, the thing I'm concerned about with this being in your potential outcome is with the Temperance in the reverse, we're speaking about emotional instability, right? This is a higher octave of emotional instability than we would be talking about with this King of Cups. Because in the King of Cups, even though you are suffering in silence, there is a level of stability here. Hence why you're able to, give this approach to people on the outside looking in and be dealing with or feeling everything it is that you're feeling on the inside. That requires a level of balance and stability. Like, I'm going to cry in the shower. I'm going to cry by myself when I'm going to sleep at night. But I'd be damned if I cry in front of these people. You feel what I'm saying? So that requires a sense of balance. Now, with the Temperance in the reverse, it's a lack thereof of balance, right? And speaking specifically on the emotional side, which means that with this particular person, this person could be the tipping point that kind of pushes you over the edge if you fell for the okie doke. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is here, hopping to the 7 of Swords in the reverse, this is saying to me with the clarity that it is that you guys have and how blatantly sloppy, I'll say it that way, how blatantly sloppy this particular person would be. You have the ability to clearly see through their bullshit if you don't allow yourself to get caught up in the okie doke. But again, even going back to this Ace of Wands in the reverse, right? You still have an ability to have clarity. Like, say if this Ace of Wands was upright, I would say, okay, Leo's definitely going to fall for the okie doke this month, right? But, and I'm saying this in the sense of like patterns, right? Or how systems operate. And I explained this to a client the other day. I was saying how our, because I was talking about distress tolerance, right? And how distress tolerance skills can, prevent us from flashing out, right? So if you think about this Ace of Wands as the initiation of a computer program, so when you turn your computer on and it starts up, right? When your computer is starting up, it's, getting all the systems kicked off, all the stuff that you have programmed to start when you open it up, or if you have an Apple and it brings up the stuff that you had open. I think Windows do that too. But if it opens up the stuff that you had open prior to, it's shutting down, right? It goes through that whole process, waking up in a sense before, you can go click, 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 right? But if something were to happen during that initiation phase, your computer isn't going to operate properly, right? That's very similar to what I'm seeing with this Ace of Wands. I feel whatever that ick was that you guys got from this person in May, that was your saving grace because it stopped that process from fully completing. You feel what I'm saying? So and I'm going to say it this way, no offense, but say hypothetically, if you were like, what is the term for that? I was going to say goo goo gaga, but it's almost like if your nose was wide open, you know what I'm saying, by a person for whatever reason, it's like you may still, swoon over them, but you're not as vulnerable, right, as you were before you got the ick, right? So when we come into this clarity that you guys have in the month of June, right? And the fact that if you really listen and you really pay attention to this person's behavior with the Seven of Swords, or what to watch out for, this is in so many words saying to me that this person can be easily seen because the rose-colored glasses have already fallen off one time, right? So it's kind of needing to snap back into it and listen to your gut, because I feel with this person, and that's what I feel with every person. Like I said, every single person who showed up in every single soul session this month for all of the signs that I've done so far, this person is like your antithesis. You know what I'm saying? But they just don't look like it. It's like all of the people are like a wolf in sheep's clothing. They seem to be the missing piece to the puzzle, but they are, the piece that you put in the puzzle and they destroy the whole damn puzzle. You feel what I'm saying? So what this is saying to me, Leo, is you need to walk into this situation very sober-minded and not allow yourself to be had or taken, because I feel with this particular person, they aren't like what I've been picking up for other people. This isn't someone where it's going to be hard to tell. If you really pay attention, and I'm not even talking about like hardcore analyzing behavior. If you just sit back and listen and watch, this person would tell on themselves. It would be so easy and so clear to see. You feel what I'm saying? But you have to not have the rose-colored glasses on, in a sense, right? Or if I say it how I said it to Aries, you would have to be, because that's your fire sign, brethren and sisterin, you would have to be not operating just in your emotional mind. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't have to be operating just out of your logical mind. It's like it would have to be a cohesion and a balance between those two. Because I do feel in some sense or another, especially for a major arcana to come out depicting emotional instability, I feel this particular person, if you allowed it, could be the straw that breaks the camel's back, if you will. You know what I'm saying and whatnot or whatever. But anywho, Leo, this has been your soul session for June. Most certainly let me know what you think in the comments. But as always, I love your freaking face. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? And I will see you guys soon.